Want to learn how to make some smoked mac and cheese? Well, I'm going to show you how, showing one secret ingredient that's going to make it nice and creamy. Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg from Burn Pit BBQ, and today we're making some smoked mac and cheese. Now, this recipe is a modified version from the book Rodney Scott's World of BBQ. We put a little Burn Pit BBQ twist on it, but we got to give credit where credit is due, so thank you, Rodney. So here, one thing that's optional is the 1/3 cup of light beer. You can definitely put it in there. For this recipe today, I did not put it in there. And then the special ingredient, you got to give the cream of chicken soup a try. It's going to make your mac and cheese real creamy. Now, of course, that you can go and buy just regular mac and cheese and throw it on the smoker, but today we're going to be shredding our own cheese, and this is, of course, some great fine sharp cheddar cheese from Star Dairy here in the great state of Wisconsin. Now, a pro tip for you from Rodney is don't use shredded cheese like you buy in the packages from stores, because it's coated with cornstarch to prevent it from clumping. So grating the cheese will allow for a creamier result, and I can't tell you how much of a game changer this has been. Now, you want to cook those noodles to al dente, about 9 minutes for this batch here, so I'm throwing in the whole box. Stir it up a little bit. I did throw some salt in there as well. And while that's getting going there, I'm going to go outside and fire up the grill. Of course, I'm using my trusty Weber kettle. We're going to do some indirect grilling. I'm using some hickory wood. Now, for mac and cheese, I would recommend using something lighter like a pecan or hickory. Now, you can definitely use whatever smoke you prefer, but I'm going with hickory on this one today. Using some B&B charcoal. I don't need much because this is going to be basically for the smoke flavor and maybe just heating the top cheese up just a little bit. So I don't need much charcoal in there. I got about 1/4 of the chimney. Now, noodles are done, al dente, looking great. And as that's gonna go, I'm gonna start making my cheese sauce. Of course, I'm putting in there the secret ingredient of creamy chicken soup. Get that in there. Next, we're adding in a whole stick of butter. Look at that, unsalted butter, whole stick going in there. And then after that, we're going to put in 1 cup of whole milk. Of course, milk does the body good. Stirring it up just a bit. There we go. All right, here we go. Putting the milk in. Oh, starting to get creamy already. And now we're putting half and half. Again, we're gonna bring this up to a simmer. And then we're going to start putting in some of that shredded cheese. So I shredded 4 cups of that sharp cheddar cheese. And once this pot gets to a simmer, we're going to go ahead and put 1 cup at a time. Butter's all melted, looking great here. Nice and creamy. Look at that. Nice and creamy. There we go. Focus in. And now we're going to start putting in our sharp cheddar cheese that we just grated not too long ago. My hands are cramping up just a little bit, so I had to take some breaks. Don't hurt yourself doing this one. Want to make sure that you last so you can taste it. All right, so that's 1, and now we're going to put in the rest. Here we go. So I set up my grill for about 300. That's getting going there as we're getting the sauce going here. All right, last cup of cheese here. Make sure to stir it in there, getting nice and creamy, melt there. It smells so good. I wish you could smell it right now. And this is probably where you would put in your light beer if you wanted to do that. I chose not to do that today. Now that looks pretty good. Just about done here. Oh yeah. Smells real good. Ready to go here. All right, next up, we're going to put in some of our Pop Smoke Memphis style rub. Now, you could definitely put in any rub that you want, your favorite rub. You don't have to put a rub in. cheese sauce is great by itself, but we like that little extra. So we're going to put some of our Memphis style in there. A little behind the scenes action for you. Oh, look at that. Bubbling just a little bit. Nice little simmer. And now it's ready. We're putting in some of, oh, actually, I'm putting some black pepper in first. Look at that. And now here we go, our Memphis style rub. I'll throw a link in the description so you can go and check it out. You can get it on Amazon. You can also get it at our website, burnpitbbq.com. Memphis style. Oh, there we go. It calls for 4 tablespoons, but you can, actually 1 tablespoon, my bad. But I like a little bit more. Can never have too much. Zooming in a little bit. Oh, look at that. Looking real good. You're going to get a nice color too. Make sure you mix it in nice and good. Again, you really don't have to make your own cheese sauce. You can always just buy something from the store, but this is going to kick it up a notch for you. If you're just starting out, go ahead, maybe just try out a few batches of, store-bought stuff with the cheese packets. Smoke it. Get used to it. All right, so we got our noodles, and now we're putting that delicious cheese sauce right over the top of them, and we're going to stir all that in, mix it all together. Oh, it smells so good. Look at it steaming there. Beautiful. All right, just getting the last strips out of there. We can't waste this liquid gold. Beautiful. Oh, man. This is one of the best ones I've done so far. What a treat. Look at that delicious, beautiful gold cheese sauce. Now we're going to mix it all up, making sure we get all those noodles coated. Stir it up nice and even. This is a real simple recipe, and the flavor is amazing. So this is basically, you can do a lot of it ahead of time, and then just set up the smoker when you want to add a little bit of smoke to it. So we're going to stir this up, get it nice and mixed together here. Look at that. Now here you can add in, like, this would be the point where I might add in any more seasoning, maybe a little bit of salt, test it, see if you can, if you need to add anything else to your liking. Look at that creamy. Oh, don't spill. There we go. And now you're going to put it into a tin. Something that is able to go on the grill. You're not worried about it getting dirty or anything like that. Got a Christmas one left over. We like to reuse it, so if you can, save them. Save yourself a little bit of money. There's a grill tip from Greg here. Spit it out nice and even. Now really the mac and cheese is done. You could really stop here. We do have some cheese left over that we're going to sprinkle on top. You could definitely put it in the oven and be finished with it. Just melt that cheese on top a little bit. Get a nice color to it. But we're going to put it on the smoker. We're going to take it up a notch. So we got 1 cup left over. Put it on the top. Spread it all over. And we're going to go then throw this bad boy out there on the smoker. Again, I set up my Weber kettle for indirect grilling. So I got the coals to one side. I got a cool side on the other side. And I got some hickory wood chips that I'm going to be putting on there because I do like a lighter smoke with mac and cheese. Of course, once we're done there, we got to clean up a little bit. All right, here we go. We're right at 300. Look at that. So again, I put it on the opposite side of the coals. I'm going to let that those hickory wood chips smoke for about 30 minutes. And this is the result. Look at that. Nice crispy brown top. Hickory flavor, cheese, creamy. Very good. Very, very good. If you're looking to impress your guests, use this mac and cheese recipe. Super simple, easy to do. Anybody could do it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, go ahead and hit that subscribe, but we appreciate you watching.